Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 18th edition of the Booker. Today I'm going to be talking about how I would book the future of Bron Breakker. So I believe Bron Breakker, he'll end up leaving the Vision and joining Paul Heyman. And now we get this duo of Bron Breakker and Paul Heyman. And I'd have this duo last for about a couple of years. And then fast forward to 2028. And this will all make sense in a later video that I post of why I fast forward all the way to 2028. But anyway, fast forward to 2028, Bron Breakker, he ends up winning the King of the Ring tournament. And then at SummerSlam, we get Obafemi versus Bron Breakker for the World Heavyweight Championship. And with this match, Obafemi, he wins, and now tension begins to rise between Paul Heyman and Bron Breakker. So now, fast forward to War Games, we get the rematch between Obafemi and Bron Breakker. And at the end of the match, Logan Paul is the Money in the Bank contract holder and ends up cashing in this Money in the Bank contract and winning the World Heavyweight Championship. And Paul Heyman betrays Bron Breakker for Logan Paul. We find out that Paul Heyman is behind all this. So now we get the duo of Paul and Paul. And on the Raw after War Games, Bron Breakker, he's furious, and he ends up catching Paul Heyman and Logan Paul backstage. But what Bron Breakker doesn't realize is that this is all a setup. And then from out of nowhere, a returning Omos takes out Bron Breakker and injures him. And I've talked about in previous editions of the Booker of how I believe Logan Paul and Omos as a duo or tag team would be the perfect duo. But anyway, Omos, he takes out Bron Breakker, injures him, and then for the Royal Rumble, it's Logan Paul versus Obafemi for the World Heavyweight Championship. And during the build to the Royal Rumble, maybe this is where we could see Obafemi versus Omos. But fast forward to the Royal Rumble, Obafemi, he ends up defeating Logan Paul to regain the World Heavyweight Championship. And Logan Paul ends up entering the Royal Rumble match. And towards the end of the Royal Rumble match, Bron Breakker returns from injury at number 30. And, I'd love to see Logan Paul, Omos, and Paul Heyman have, the most shocked look on their faces. And then Bron Breakker can come out running, spear Omos, get past him. And then as Paul Heyman's trying to run away through the crowd, Bron Breakker catches him and ends up spearing him through the barricade. And now you have Bron Breakker and Logan Paul all alone with each other. And with this, Bron Breakker, he ends up eliminating Logan Paul to win the Royal Rumble match. So now with Bron Breakker as the Royal Rumble winner, I'd like to see this lead to Bron Breakker versus Omos, and then Bron Breakker versus Logan Paul at Elimination Chamber, and then obviously Obafemi versus Bron Breakker, the trilogy at WrestleMania 45 for the World Heavyweight Championship. And with this, I'd like to see, with now Bron Breakker as a babyface, maybe he has a new look, a new theme song, and also with Bron Breakker as a babyface, I think it would be a good time for him to go by the name of Braun Steiner, and he can be like, I'm going to carry the legacy of my family name, something like that. But I believe that'd be a fitting time for him to now go by the name Braun Steiner. And I'd also like to see maybe the Steiner Bros returning and mentoring Bron Breakker and helping him finally become a World Heavyweight Champion. And then eventually, once Brock Steiner makes his WWE debut, the Steiner Bros can mentor and help the Steiner cousins, Bron Breakker and Brock Steiner, win the World Tag Team Championships. But that's all that I got. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.